Hello guys, my name is Amy and I play for G2 Gozen and I'm the sentinel player.
Tell us about your beginning in the world of video game. What inspired you to become a professional gamer?
I never really thought I would become a pro player. I never really thought about it. I started playing video games because of my brother. He played Battlefield 4, so I started playing Battlefield 4 with him. And he later on switched to CS, but I didn't switch. So I just kept playing Battlefield 4 and he was like showing me clips of Mimi, Giuliano and Petra, and he was like telling me you can be like them one day, and I was like no, I cannot. And yeah, later on I stopped playing. I played a little bit of Fortnite, but I didn't play a lot of video games anymore. And then because of COVID, I had a lot of time again, so I started playing Valorant. And that's when I realized I was actually pretty good and I had potential. So I just worked hard for it, and yeah.
And actually, we play with Mimi and Petra. It was amazing.
Yeah.
What was your first competitive game, and how did you train to reach a professional level?
I would say this is my first actually competitive game. I played like Battlefield 4 and Fortnite and a little bit of CS, but it was not a lot and never really serious. So this was like the first game I played seriously and was actually putting a lot of time in the game.
Are there any player or personality in esports that you admire?
I mean, I don't have a player necessarily. I think I have a lot of players that I respect. I have a lot of respect for. I think one of them is, for example, Boaster. I think he is a really hard worker, and it just proves that like hard work pays off, and he's been doing really well. And of course, he won like 2 tournaments. And for example, Mimi, I have a lot of respect for. I think Mimi as an IGL, she already puts a lot of time in the game and then also finds time to stream a lot. And I think I just have a lot of respect for that.
Okay. What did you think on the impact of Game Changer in the esport industry, and how it influenced your perspective as a professional gamer?
I never really thought about how I am impact, but for other players, but I just want to be able to show to as many players as possible how good the GC scene is, and that we are actually good, and that to show the GC is open for everyone to join. And I just hope that to have as many GC players as possible and to have a big as possible GC scene, that would be amazing.
Could you tell us about Valorant, specifying the age at which you started playing it?
I think when I started playing Valorant, I was 16. I started playing in 2021, mid 2021, and yeah, I think when I started playing it a lot, I was like it was in November, so I was like 17, 16.
Amazing, so young.
Yeah.
Okay, first for your first appearance on January 24 in 22 split, this Game Changer with an untyped team. Could you explain to us how you joined this team and how the qualifying tournament went?
I had a friend from Valorant. His name is Key, and he was friends with Medica during that time, so that's how I met Medica. And Medica, I just only played ranked during that time, and Medica saw me and she was like, do you want a trial? So it's like, yeah, sure. And I think it was one of my first trials ever too, and I never played in a team before, so my comps were really bad. And I was super shy because it was my first time ever with all of these players. So I was a really shy and quiet player. But I think Medica saw the potential in me, which I'm really grateful for. because I probably wouldn't be here now. And yeah, I had to. She told me, "We like you, but you need to work on your communication," and that's how it started.
Okay. During the first split, you finished in 5th and 6th place after losing to Tensor. Can you tell us about this first experience as a rookie and your first impression playing in the best league in Europe?
It was really scary and also really fun to play because it was my first tournament ever. So yeah, it was a really hard time for me as well because I had really bad internet during that time, and I would have like super bad ping spikes, and I would just lag a lot, and I had really bad PC. So it was really hard to play for me, that tournament, but it was a really fun time because it's also a really good experience. And playing against 10 Star, which was a really good team during that time, and I think we played actually pretty close against them. So yeah, I think it was a really fun but also scary experience.
Following this, you failed to qualify for Split 2 of the VCG. How did you experience this first failure in your professional career, especially as a rookie?
I think it was really hard for me. I think I blamed a lot on myself because I had really bad ping and I had really bad PC. So I took that loss like on me. I was like, it's all my fault, and it was really hard for me. But I think after this moment, I also told my parents, like, please buy me a better PC, and please let's get fiber so I can have normal internet. And that moment is when I started like playing a lot better because I had a good PC finally and I had good internet. So that's when I improved a lot.
You complete in the two tournament with Untape, finishing at top 3 and 4 each time. Subsequently, you joined Acend Rising. Can you tell us about your integration into this new team?
It was Untapped, like we signed as a team. So it was like the same roster, but it was my first time ever joining an organization. And I think Ascend did, it was really nice of Ascend to pick us up. And when like the female scene just started, basically, like not a lot of orgs were in that time. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for Ascend for picking us up and helping us out, and it was a good experience to join Ascend.
Ascend is your first real org.
Yeah.
Okay, with Acend Rising, you had a real success winning the Project Qualifier, as well as the Project Queen tournament and the Medusa tournament. Can you tell about this first big success and how you felt?
We couldn't play with our whole roster in Project Queens, the finals on LAN. We had Lilia and Chrissy as sub instead of Jade and Hated the Most. So it was like, I think Hated the Most was IGL during that time. So we didn't have our RGL on LAN, and I had to play Duelist, and I never played Duelist. My race was really bad. I was like satcheling everywhere, but it was a really fun experience to play on LAN. It was my first time ever on LAN, and I had a lot of fun having a crowd as well. Yeah, it was super fun to play and a really good experience, and we won it as well. So yeah.
When you play in your house and a LAN, it's so much different, and a lot of people prefer LAN. It's normal.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun.
Well, I don't know, Medusa, it's final in LAN. I think for me, the first LAN is when you come to Paris, you know?
No. Project Queens was my first one, and then Paris was my second one.
Okay, perfect. With Ascend, you played your first VCT split. Already you're finishing top 5 and 6. What do you think of this new experience with this team? And it's this result you were hoping for or not?
I think we, during that time on Ascend, we always played worse than we could. So we could never really show our potential. So every time we lost, it was super sad. And yeah, we just never played like ourselves. So it was tough loss when you know you can do better.
After that, you participate in the qualifier for the first VCG 2023 split and managed to qualify. How did you feel at this moment, knowing that during your last VCG split you finished in 5th and 6th place?
I don't remember much anymore, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we knew we could do better, and we didn't play the best, and it was really hard for us. Like, especially like I think top 5, top 6 was not the result we were going for. Like I think we would want it to be like top 3 minimum. So, yeah, it was pretty hard, I think.
During split 1 and 2 of 2023, you finished in top 3. How did you feel about finishing in the top 3 in Europe and being considered one of the best team in Europe?
I think in 2023 we had a roster change, and the start of 2023 it was with Schnell and Lateo that we added in our team, and I think we felt like we were super strong, so we thought we could win it all, and so we were like going for top 1. We also had a new coach, Aska, and he was like teaching us a lot, so we were improving really fast, and yeah, so we always wanted to be top 1. So even getting top 3 was super hard for us because we felt like we could do better and we were the best, and like it was a bad result basically to get top 3.
Okay, because normally top 3 it's amazing, and it's your first top 3.
Yeah, I mean, we I don't know, we just already knew like we were better than everyone else, but we just couldn't play like it in officials, so it's hard.
Okay. We come to the last split where a victory would have qualified for the champions. Unfortunately, you finish in the 2nd place. Can you tell us about this experience and what it felt like to be close to qualifying despite this defeat?
Was like our 2nd best of 5, I think, ever, or I'm not sure. But it was our first grand final at least. So, and BBL already played grand finals before, and I think we just didn't play good at all. I think we were up like 11-4 on the first map, Haven, and we lost it 11-4. I think we lost it like 13-11. We couldn't get one round. So yeah, I think we had a good chance, but I think they had more experience playing grand finals because they played grand finals every time against G2, and this was our first grand final, and I think we just couldn't play like ourselves, so it was really hard. But I think eventually, like, yeah, it was not meant to be for us to be at champs, I think, because yeah.
While waiting for the next season in 2024, you decide to participate in your first mixed LAN with Yuwon. Can you tell us about the 2nd experience in LAN and what it felt like to win the first time in this format?
It was, I think the tournament was really random for me. I think I just got messaged by Ninu, and she asked, do you want to play? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I asked, we were still looking for a player, so I asked Spidoka, and she said that she wanted to go as well. So it was me, Spidoka, Ninu, Mel, and
I don't remember last.
Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix.
I don't know how that forgot about it. Yeah, and Matrix, of course. And it was also my first time IGL, because yeah, we thought we needed the IGL, so I was like, okay, I'll try to be IGL. So it was really I think it was a really good experience for me. I think I learned a lot from just being IGL. I think you learn a lot and think about the game more and better, and think about rounds and calls you can make when you practice to be IGL. So it was a really good experience for me, and yeah, the fact that we won it as well, it was really special, because I think we played against like actual teams. Like I think Zerans played and Exalt, I think.
Yeah.
Exalt, see? And I think those were like actual teams. And then you have the team with Lirelia, which is a really good IGL and with a lot of experience with Nilou. And we won against them, so I was really proud of us.
Do you like Paris?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't see a lot, but yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah. When I see your picture with the baguette, this is so amazing. Okay.
Yeah, that was on bootcamp.
Oh, okay. For this LAN, you have trained, you have practice, or just you say I go, you go, and nothing specific before?
I think we had like 2 days of practice, because like a lot of it was like during off-season time, so Matrix, Ninu, Mel, me, everyone had like trials for other teams, like actual teams. So we couldn't really find a good time to practice together. So we only had like 1 or 2 days, and then we went to the LAN.
Okay. Speaking of this LAN, we noticed that you are very close to Speedwalker, the only Acend player with you participating in this event. Can you tell us about your relationship with her?
Speedwalker is just my I don't know, she's my energy, my superstar. She's just even on Acend, she was always super positive as a teammate and always bring energy in her team, which was a really missing part, I think, in Acend. Like if we wouldn't have her, I think Acend would be a lot worse, because I think she always gave positive vibes, always gave energy to the team. So I'm really happy to even have had her as a teammate, but also to still have her as a friend now.
Yeah, okay. Well, when I see Spidoka is the sun, you know?
Yeah.
It likes the same.
She's like the sunshine, the superstar.
The first split of VCT 2024 is approaching, and an announced reveal that you have joined the roster of G2 Gozen, the best team in Europe. Can you tell us how you joined this team?
I think they already showed interest in me like 2023 when I was still on Acend in like split 2 and 3, but I was still under contract. So after my contract ended, Thibaut messaged me and he said, we want you on the team, and you don't have to do trials. We already know we want you. And then we started talking about contract and stuff. And then I signed, and we were in December after champs. We did some trials with teams and with players, I mean, and that's how we got our roster.
It's amazing you in Acend and after G2. It's so amazing. The evolution, it's whoa.
Yeah.
How are you feeling before the start of the new season? Do you feel any extra pressure from playing for G2 Gozen or not?
I think there's always pressure for myself, not because I'm joining G2, but more just because you want to do good. It's not about I have pressure on Acend, I have pressure on Untap. Like, I always want to be the best and do the best I can. So it's not pure because I joined G2. I think like maybe a little bit in my head, but I don't really think about it a lot. I just want to be the best player and the best teammate I can be.
With G2, you will truly dominate the split 1. How did you feel with the new team, especially now that you are European champion for the first time?
It felt really nice. Like, it was my first time winning, but also I was not super happy, like crazy happy, because it's just part of our like the steps that we need to take. Like it's just part of our, how do you say, it's part of our journey. We know, like, we know GC EMEA is not the part where we want to end. Like, we want to win champs and then we want to reach VCL. So it's just part of our journey. So I was happy, but not super happy, because I knew it's just one step to where we want to be eventually. But yeah, of course, it's super nice to win. And I think the grand finals was a stomp as well. Like, we 3-0'd them, and I think it was like 13-3 or something. So I didn't expect it to go like that easy, because I was expecting like closer games maybe. But yeah, of course, it's always nice to win.
Okay. The first win, it's always amazing. How was your experience during the Red Bull instant log? Were you the management to achieve victory? And before, you say you don't like play duelist, and this you play duelist.
Yeah, I think it was between me or Vanya to play duelist, so I just said, Vanya, you go, because yeah, Vanya is Vanya. It would make more sense to have her on duelist. So I just played Sentinel, and I think I played one time Fade. It was a really fun experience. Like, you learn to play differently in the game. Like, it's not like you can do normal defaults. It's not like you can play like your normal playstyle. You have to learn how to adapt to how they will play. Like, they will probably push you or something. So you have to adapt to how to play against them, but also adapt how to play with your composition, because it's not usual to have 3 duelists. So I think it was a really fun experience, and I'm really happy I could participate in it.
Okay. You play 3 LAN and you win 3 LAN. It's amazing.
Yeah. 100% win rates.
Yeah. I hope champions is the 4.
Yeah, me too. I hope so too.
Let's go. With new roster G2 dominates Split 1 and Split 2, despite the departure of 10 piece and arrival of leader between these 2 split. Can you tell us about this success and how you manage this change? Did this impact you in any way?
We all, of course, had like less time practice as a team, because we were doing trials for coaches, and I think we had like 2 weeks or something, which is like enough, I guess. But I think having him leader in our team was really nice. I think he teaches us a lot. He's a really good coach. So I think it was a good change to have him, and I don't think it impacted or affected us like in a bad way at all. I think as results shown, we're doing really good. So
can you tell us about how you feel after being crowned Europe champion for the second time?
I was really happy, because also this time on this grand final it was more close. The games were more close than the first. Even though it was a 3-0, we still had like closer games, so we actually like had to fight for our rounds and games. So it felt better. And also this time Petra was with us at the bootcamp. The first time Petra wasn't there, so it was really fun to win S5, and yeah, it was a really fun time.
And you are MVP in the 2 map of 3. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Will split 3 will soon begin. How do you view the split, and do you believe that G2 has a chance of winning all 3 split to achieve a history feat?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just really good. I think we can win. But I think there's some curse in GC that every time you lose GC3, you win champions. Because that's what happened to Shopify and to G2 Gozen before, so who knows?
will be soon. For me, I say you winning split 3 and you winning champion for make a history forever.
Yeah.
Because never win 3 split and champions.
Yeah.
It's time for G2.
We'll see.
Yeah. What advice would you give to young women who are hesitant to get started in esports but who dream of it, knowing that you started quite young?
I know, especially if you are still in school, because I was still in school when I started playing Valorant and competing. I know it's super hard and it can be really stressful, but like if you really want it, you can do it, even though it's like super hard and super stressful. Like you can do it. Like if I can, you can do it too. You just need to put your mind to it and remember what you want to achieve and what your goals are. And if you have that in your mind, you can do anything.
What message would you like to convey to all G2 and other fans who support you every step of the way?
I want to thank just everyone for the support. It helps a lot during when you're like not feeling the greatest. I think having always really good support around you, my teammates, my family, my fans, like everyone, I think it helps me a lot. So I'm really grateful for everyone.
Perfect. If your family are behind you, it's perfect.
Yeah.
If you have to recommend one bundle and jersey to buy, which one will it be?
Of course, the G2 jersey. And bundle to buy, of course, G2 bundle.
It's the best bundle, no?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. What would you like to see in the future in the GT project?
I would hope for lands. I hope that like GC, EMEA stage 1, 2, 3, that it could be LAN for playoffs or for the finals. I think it would be a really good experience for the players, for the Game Changers players, and also just it's a lot more fun. And I think it would be good for the production and for just the appearance of GC on LAN. I think it would attract more people and players and new female players.
At this stage of your career, what motivated you the most to continue to excel, and what more do you hope to bring to esports in the years to come?
I just remind myself what I want and what my goals are, and I want to be the best player I can be. I want to be the best sentinel. I want to be the first. I want to win champs, of course. I want to be the first female team to reach VCL, and I just remind myself of that. And when I feel unmotivated, I think about like that moment when I win champs, or that moment when I reach VCL. I think just thinking about that will make me motivated again. Just that moment, thinking about that moment, how I will feel, I think I will be proud of myself. And I don't want to look back at the time and think that I could have done better or I could have done more. So I just keep thinking and trying to work as hard as possible.
Yeah, okay. I hope you can do it. You have all for do it. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. To finish, I leave you with the final words. What message would you like to share to end this interview?
Thank you for wanting to interview me, and thank you everyone that watched the interview, and thank you everyone for the support, and I appreciate it a lot.